Good morning, boys. Today we are learning how we can divide a given quantity in a given ratio. Okay, because sometimes we need to divide or share a quantity in a given ratio to calculate how much of each part do we need. For example, real life examples when making concrete, the ratio sand is to gravel is to cement, all right? So that we know how much of each quantity we need. In recipes, an amount of money to be shared between different people, okay? So let's start discussing the following examples. The first example tells us to divide 560 kilograms, the quantity is the 560 kilograms, in the ratio 3:4. The first step we should do is that we should find the total of all the parts of the ratio. When I say all the parts of the ratio, I mean 3:4. I have two parts, okay? So first I have to find the total of all the parts of the ratio. 3 plus 4, so we have 7 parts in all. Okay, 7 parts in all. Now, step 2 is that we need to divide the first part. The first part is the 3, all right? Of the ratio by the total, so I have to divide 3 by 7 and then multiply by the quantity, multiply by 560. It's like you're saying, it's like you're finding a part of the total and you say it is, you multiply by the quantity, so you say it is of the 560 kilograms. That's 3/7, okay, of the 560 kilograms. Let's write it down. So I need to take the first part, which is the 3, divide by 7, by the total. Divide by the total, which is 7. And I have 3/7, 3 out of a total of 7, okay? It's just like fractions. So multiply the 560 kilograms. Now I can cancel 7 into 560 goes 80. 80 times 3 is 240 kilograms. Okay, so that is the first part. Repeat with the second or all of the ratio, all parts of the ratio. In this case, we have only another part, the second part, okay? Sometimes you have more. So it's 3. So this time it's 4. The second part is 4. 4/7, 4 out of 7 of the 560 kilograms. 7 into 560 goes 80. 80 times 4, 320 kilograms. As a check, all right? As a check. You need to add the two quantities, because here we have two quantities. So the 240 plus the 320, and they should add up to 560. In this case, 4 plus 2, 6, 2 plus 3, 5. If my total adds up to the total, to the quantity I was given first, the 560, then my answer is correct. Okay, that's my answer is correct. So those are the steps that I should do. I add all the parts of the ratio, I divide the first part of the ratio by the total and then multiply by the quantity, and repeat that step for all the parts of the ratio that remain, all right? Now, number 2. Simon is 10 years old and Mary is 15 years old. Divide 60 euro in the ratio of their ages. All right, Mela, let's write it down. I'm going to start with Simon and then Mary. So Simon is to Mary. Simon is 10 years old and Mary is 15. That can be simplified. It's better to work with smaller numbers, so let's simplify it. To simplify, I need to divide both parts by 5. So let's simplify first. 10 division by 5, it's 2. 15 division by 5, it's 3. So that is simplified, okay? Now, I can start using the steps that we've explained in today's lesson. So, I first add the two parts of the ratio. So, 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Then I take the first part of the ratio, which is 2. Mela, we're saying Simon, alright? Because that's the part of the ratio belonging to Simon. 2 out of a total of 5 multiplied by 60 euro, because I need to divide 60 euro. I can cancel the 5 with the 60. 5 into 60 goes 12, and 12 times 2 is 24 euro. Okay. Now, Mary, her ratio is, her part is 3 all over 5, total of 5, multiply by the 60 euro. 5 into 60 goes 12, 12 threes are 36. If I had to check, alright, check. Let's add them up, the 24 and the 36. And I end up with a total of 60 as I was given before. Okay, so my answer is correct, all right? If you need to simplify, it's important to simplify so that you won't, the ratio itself, so that you won't end up working with large numbers, okay? The third example. In the third example, the angles in a quadrilateral are in the ratio 3:5:6:4. Okay? Now, find the value of each angle, and the quantity is not given here, but we know, boys, that angles, the total angles of a quadrilateral is equal to 360. Now let's write it down. Total of angles 4, right? Quadrilateral has 4 angles in a quad is equal to 360 degrees. That's very important. So that is our quantity, okay? Now our ratio has 4 parts, okay? So we must repeat the process with the 4 parts. So I have 3:5 is to 6 is to 4. I cannot simplify it further. I cannot find a number which goes into the 4 parts together. So I'm going to use that ratio. First of all, I need to add it up. 3 plus 5, it's 8. Plus 6, it's 14. Plus 4, it's 18. So I have a total of 18 parts. Okay, those are parts. Now, I'm going to start. So I'm going to label it like this, Sarah. First angle. Okay, first angle. The ratio of the first angle is 3, the first part. It's 3 out of a total of 18. 3 out of a total of 18 times the quantity multiplied by the quantity, which is 360 degrees. Okay, 18 into 360 goes 20. 20 times 3, it's 60 degrees. Okay. Now the second angle. The second part, all right, is 5. So 5 out of a total of 18 multiplied by the amount, which is 360. 18 into 360 goes 20. 20 times 5, it's 100 degrees. Okay? The third angle. The third part of the ratio is 6 all over 18 of the 360 degrees. So 18 into 360 goes 20. 20 times 6, that is 120, and then that is the bigger part, all right? So it should be the bigger angle, and up till now it is. The last part is 4. So the fourth angle is 4 out of 18 multiplied by the 360. 18 into 360 goes 20. 20 times 4, it's 80. Okay? So the four angles are 60, 100, 120, and 80. Now, let's check them up, boys. So I have 60 plus 100 degrees plus 120 plus 80. 120 plus 80, it's 200. 200 plus 100 is 300. 300 plus 60, there's a total of 360. Since I agreed with my answer is equal to the given total, then all my workings are correct. Now, boys, it is important that if you have just two ratios, or you have the last ratio to find, it's important not to subtract the quantity from the amount of the other part of the ratio. Why? Because if the first part of the ratio is wrong, if you subtract, okay, then your second part of the ratio would be wrong as well. It's important to find them one by one and then check, okay? Because if the first part of the ratio, as I said, is wrong, then by subtracting you end up with the second part of the ratio wrong as well. Whereas by using this method, you'll avoid that. All right, so these are all the examples that I'm going to give you today, boys. Now it's important, as I told you, to watch all the video, all right? Because as you realized, we started with 2 parts, and then we challenged ourselves a bit further, okay? So that we'll be able to work all the examples in the given worksheet as homework, okay? So download the homework and don't forget to upload again on Clicks, okay, boys? So that's all, boys, for today. Good day and take care, okay?